Hi, I'm Abbey Scott reporting for MaximoTV at the movie premiere of Across the Hall, starring Brittany and Murphy. This thriller has drama, cheating, and possible murder, which makes a great thriller. Let's check out what's across the hall.
It's a noir thriller, rooted and inspired very much in the classic Hitchcockian films. All set in a dark night in a hotel. A man follows his fiancée to the hotel, realizes she's cheating on him, calls his best friend to let him know that he's got a gun, he's been drinking all night, and he's about to do something crazy.
I heard that it was shot on the Universal lot. Tell me a little bit about that.
Entirely. That was incredible for me. It was shot on the same soundstage as Psycho and The Birds and Torn Curtain and the stage that the Phantom of the Opera was shot. The original opera house is still standing in there from the 1924 film. And it was a dream come true for me. Just to be able to shoot and build an entire hotel set, in this soundstage that some of my idols worked in. Steven Spielberg, Alfred Hitchcock. It's just an amazing thing. I think it's a fun ride. I think it's a really good thriller. There's nothing gratuitous. It's just very straightforward, edge of your seat kind of thrill ride. So I hope people like it.
You know what I say about Julian is that he's the unsuspecting friend who finds himself down a rabbit hole that he never planned to be in. I think we've all been there at one time or another. And out of love for his friend, tries to save it all by covering it up, and doesn't end well. So.
How do you think you would handle this situation if your friend called you up with a similar circumstance?
I would have handled the situation by never getting into it in the first place. But that's the beauty of these things, is we get to go on a journey, and that's why we do what we do. We get to play people and hopefully do things that in life we would never do.
It was shot in 17 days. How was that?
17 days. Hell. It was. It was difficult, but it was also great because it forced you to constantly be on. We both, Danny and I, kind of took it like we were doing a play where it had to be rehearsed, because once we started, there was absolutely no time to sit around and think, oh, I don't know if we should do this. Oh, this probably won't work. There was no second guessing at that point. So it was 17 days of pedal to the metal, and we got it in.
Any improv go into it? Because
I think pretty much most of it is, a lot of the dialogue is, but certainly the storyline and a lot more of the I'm joking when I say that. It's so intricate the way for the storyline to work, with how much it weaves throughout the movie. We had to stick to most of the script to get it to make sense. Otherwise, there would be holes in it everywhere. So, fortunately, Alex kept us true to that.
His name is Terry, and Terry has fallen from grace, and he's dealing with his failure in life, and basically leaves himself very little options, and he's going to follow through with probably the darkest thing he's ever done in his life.
And how would you handle this situation if you were in it? Differently than Terry, obviously.
Thankfully I have a supportive family, and I think that that's something that saves a lot of people, and that would definitely be my safety net. Unfortunately, Terry doesn't have anybody to go to, so he's kind of stuck within himself, and he becomes his own worst enemy, and he kind of just revolves in that and spirals out of control like a lot of people do.
And you've done a lot of TV shows. How does that differ than doing films?
Now, we shot this in 17 days, so a lot of the work that I did on TV actually helped because we didn't have a lot of time to rehearse. Yeah, we were shooting right on the Universal lot. In fact, I think we were the last production to shoot at New York Street in Universal before it burned down, unfortunately. But we do, I think, have that distinction. But it was fantastic. We had a wonderful time.
June is definitely in the middle of a love triangle, to say the least.
Why do you think she ultimately cheated?
I don't know June's actual reasons for cheating. I'm very different from June. I was very drawn to this because of its noir quality and the short film that was made before we were able to make the full-length feature. I was excited to be a part of the full length. I really enjoyed the short film very much.
And it was filmed on the same lot as Psycho. How was that? How did that come into play? Did anything eerie happen?
Not that I can recall at all. We had a very tight work schedule, and everyone.
17 days. Tell me about that.
It was very quick, so we just were professional and worked quickly and efficiently, and thank goodness everyone was kind. No one generally tends to be on a set that's an independent film. That has a short schedule unless they really want to be.
Comedies or thrillers, what comes more naturally to you?
Oh Lord, you know, for me, I've had the good fortune of being able to play characters that are stuck in the middle of comedic situations, comedic stories, ridiculous, or tragic, and it all has to do with the story and the director, and that's really where the decisions are made on my behalf.